Are you just so tired of pouring your heart and soul into Instagram only to hear crickets? Well, today we're going to fix that. We are getting off the content hamster wheel for good and building a strategic flywheel that actually turns all that effort into real results. Does this sound a little too familiar? You're churning out reels, carousels, stories every single day. You're trying to follow all the so-called rules, but the needle, it just isn't moving. Yeah, sure, maybe your follower count ticks up a little, but actual leads, actual sales, nothing. It's totally exhausting, and let's be real, it's pretty demoralizing. You are so not alone in feeling this way. So many creators and business owners get stuck on this content hamster wheel. You're just running faster and faster, but you're not actually going anywhere. It's this endless cycle of random posts that leads straight to burnout. But what if I told you there was a smarter way? A real system that builds momentum over time? Well, there is. So let's break down exactly how it works. Okay, so it all starts with that very first impression. We're calling this the attract phase, and its only job is to make sure your ideal customer doesn't just scroll by, they actually stop and stick around. And believe it or not, it all comes down to the first 5 seconds. That's right. According to Instagram expert Elizabeth Marberry, a visitor decides in just 5 seconds whether your account is worth their time. 5 seconds. That's it. This means your profile isn't just some placeholder. It is your single most critical conversion tool. It has to be optimized for instant, wow, I need to follow this impact. So how do you do it? Well, Marbury gives us this absolutely brilliant 3-line bio formula. Just look at this. Line 1 has to be crystal clear. Who do you help and what do they get from you? Line 2, this one's optional, but it is so powerful. It's your credibility booster. And line 3, this is the most important one for your business. A direct, non-negotiable call to action. Stop just saying link in bio and start telling them exactly what to do and what they'll get. Next up, you need to curate the very top of your feed. Your 3 pinned posts should act like a mini welcome series, a guided tour for new visitors. As you can see here, the first post is your brand story to build that crucial emotional connection. The second is a direct call to action, leading them right to an offer. And the third is a high-value post, something that gives them a quick win and proves you know your stuff. This isn't random, it's a strategy. Now, let's talk about the content itself. Look at this comparison. On the left, you've got that slick, overproduced content that honestly just screams advertisement. For a long time, we thought this was the goal. But you know what? The game has completely changed. Today, the content on the right is what's winning. It's raw, it's relatable, and it builds trust because it feels human. It blends right into the feed naturally, which is exactly where you want to be. And look, this isn't just a hunch or a vibe. The data proves it. On TikTok, lo-fi ads, the more authentic, less polished ones, get a 32% higher watch-through rate than their expensive, high-production counterparts. That is a massive difference. People are craving connection, not perfection. Creating raw video isn't about lowering your standards, it's about raising your credibility. Okay, so you've attracted them with an optimized profile and some really authentic content. Awesome! But getting them in the door is only half the battle. Now you have to keep them engaged, keep them coming back for more, and this is where the art of storytelling comes in. Great storytelling doesn't have to be super complicated. In fact, sometimes using a simple formula is the most powerful way to connect. So let me introduce you to the SOAR framework. It's a super easy to remember structure that takes all the guesswork out of creating compelling captions and reels. Let's walk right through it. S is for situation. Basically, where did the story begin? Set the scene. O is for obstacle. What was the problem? I mean, every good story needs a little conflict, right? A is for action. What specific steps were taken to fix it? And finally, R is for result. What was the transformation? This simple journey is what hooks people emotionally every single time. Now listen up, because this right here is a total game changer. It's a crucial insight from Dr. J.J. Peterson of StoryBrand. We often market to the external problem, like you need a new website, but people buy to solve the internal problem, the feeling of I'm embarrassed by my current website. Your storytelling has to speak to that feeling, not just the features of what you sell. And this is probably the biggest mindset shift in all of marketing. You are not the hero of the story. Your customer is. They're on a journey, they're facing a problem, and your brand's role is to be the wise guide, the Yoda, who gives them a plan and helps them win the day. When you make them the hero, Your content becomes all about their success, not your product. So, how do you put all this into practice? Well, here are some high-impact real ideas that are just perfect for storytelling. Before and afters, they're all about showing the result. Behind-the-scenes glimpses build trust in you as the guide. And myth-busting is a fantastic way to overcome an obstacle for your audience. Just pick one of these and tell a story with it. All right, so we've attracted them and we've engaged them with great stories. But for your business, none of that really matters if you can't convert them into actual customers. This final part of the flywheel is all about turning that engagement into tangible, real-world results. This slide right here maps out the entire path from total stranger to happy customer. It starts with discovery. They visit your now optimized profile, and then they nurture themselves with your awesome content. Then comes the pivotal step. A strategic call to action prompts them to comment with a key word. That one little action triggers the final step, where DM automation instantly delivers exactly what they asked for. It's beautiful. It's time to forget link in bio. Seriously. According to Mauberry, the single most effective call to action on Instagram right now is asking people to comment with a specific keyword. So why does this work so well? Well, for one, it's super low friction for them. It also signals huge engagement to the algorithm for you, and maybe most importantly, it opens up a direct conversation right there in the DMs. And the best part? You don't have to be glued to your phone 24/7 to make this work. Tools like ManyChat let you set up DM automation that sends out your links, your freebies, or your calendar invites completely automatically. This system is capturing leads for you while you sleep, freeing you up to do what you actually do best, your zone of genius. Okay, we've covered the three essential parts: attract, engage, and convert. But the real magic isn't in just doing them once as a checklist, it's in how they all work together. This is where we shift from a simple to-do list to a powerful, self-sustaining system. So, attract, engage, and convert aren't just one-and-done steps. They form a self-reinforcing flywheel. Great attract content brings new people in. Your engaged stories turn them into loyal fans. Your convert system turns those fans into customers, who then tell their friends and become advocates, helping you attract even more people. See how that works? Each part feeds the next, building unstoppable momentum. This slide just says it all, doesn't it? The hamster wheel is all about chasing vanity metrics with random acts of content, and it always ends in burnout. The flywheel, on the other hand, is a sustainable, repeatable system designed to attract your ideal clients and drive real, measurable growth. It's about being strategic, not frantic. So I want to leave you with this one question. Forget about what you think you need to post. Just for a minute, ask yourself this instead. What's the one story my audience truly needs to hear from me today to help them solve their problem? Start there, and you'll be well on your way to building your own powerful content flywheel.